All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:46 on the morning of the 17th of August, 2021, and this is my strategy session. Well, for starters, I'm feeling more awake this morning than I did yesterday. Wow, that was a rough weekend. The now 4-year-old and 6-year-old, they're just wild, hard to keep up with. So it was a rough weekend. Now, I've had a day to recover from the weekend. Let's go. All right. So first up, LMFA. And LMFA is a small cap that's hitting my scanner here. And the catalyst is, let me get over to it, notice of effectiveness. Now, actually, there are a couple of links to follow here. So there is a form, S3 is the form. And there are a couple of links there. One of the links is like on this news pop-up that I have is dead. The other one is a file number 333258326. Well, when I click on that, it takes me to an SEC page that is pretty difficult to navigate, and an attempt to download the documents to read them is really quite fruitless. I don't know why the SEC is making it so difficult to download the documents and read them, the S3 documents. But anyway, a Google search of the phrase notice of effectiveness pulls up the first paragraph is, what is an SEC quote, note of effectiveness, end quote. And it says, the notice of effectiveness is a public declaration by the Securities and Exchange Commission that a public company's registration statement has been accepted. For shares in a public company to trade on the open market, they must be registered by the company. So, I'm not sure. So that's the catalyst. I don't really know exactly what to make of that. Right now, LMFA is the third leading gapper, but the other two, the first and second leading gappers, don't have an outstanding share size available for whatever reason. I don't know. And so LMFA is the first one that does. It's only up 23% pre-market. It's I might trade it, I might not. We'll see. As far as being a candidate that would be a high rate of conviction. So this one, LMFA has a 4.84 million according to Trade Ideas. LMFA has a 4.84 million share float. And it's traded 3.44 million shares pre-market already, so it's almost rolled over its float. And it's only up 23%, so it's kind of like, maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens. If this thing just starts catching a bid all of a sudden, then, we'll see about trading it. Usually I like to see them up more. I like to see them up, between 50 and 100% pre-market. That's showing some serious momentum, but, these things, will open up sometimes, so it's on watch. All right, BBL. Let's see, BBL just reported earnings, and I have levels on BBL that I think probably recently these large caps that are kind of quiet large caps. Let's take a look at the daily. I mean, this thing's pretty quiet. It's got 1.056 shares out, 1.056 billion shares outstanding. This thing's a behemoth. This thing's huge. So that's a market cap that's easy to do. Shares outstanding being 1 billion, and the price per share is at, right now, if it opened up right now, it would open up at 67.5. essentially. That's a $67.5 billion dollar market cap. It's a big company. Well, so I imagine that this thing is there's probably going to be some profit taking. Whether it gets down into my level or not, I don't know. However, there's going to be more than one way to play this, which is going to be a break over the open, a morning pivot, a break over the pivot, kind of thing. So BBL, of all the stocks that I have on watch this morning, BBL is the one that I think is most likely to be traded. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, Roblox. Oh, that's strange. My alarm didn't go off. I have an alarm here, and the price on Roblox just crushed my alarm, and it didn't set my alarm off. Strange. Roblox, don't have a high degree of confidence. They just reported earnings, and there's a negative 305% downside surprise. This is it's kind of just on watch, in fact, that's true with everything I have on watch today, besides LMFA and BBL. All the rest, everything else, Roblox, VIPS, and SE, I don't have a high rate of conviction on. I just want to see what happens, when it opens. I just want to see, perhaps something will develop. I'm confident LMFA and BBL will develop something. There will be a development there that's tradable. But or Roblox, VIPS, and SE are just kind of there. All right, so then VIPS now, I have to kind of go. I've got a level on VIPS down here at $11.99. If it opened up right now, it would open up at $15 even. So this thing's on a downward decline, and there is support. I see support at $11.99. If it hits today, I have on the 10-minute here. Let's see if we can actually see it. You can barely see it down in the bottom right-hand corner there, next to the little E down here. Yeah, I've got an alarm on it. There is an alarm on that thing. So, we'll see. We'll just see what happens. If it hits it, it hits it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then there's SE. Now, I think SE reported earnings. And in the pre-market here, you can see when it reported earnings. This is the 10-minute chart. It went from $284 up to $300, and we'll call it, $13. So almost a $30 move there, and now it's coming back down. This is an Asian ADR. I'm not really big on Asian ADRs right now. Asia seems to be slowing down a bit. And if this thing, it doesn't say, and I didn't take the time to research the headquarters location for SE. Goodness, sorry to yawn at you like that. So, yeah, I don't know where this thing is really going to go. I have a Fibonacci on it. So it looks like this 293.50 level right here acted like support. Let's see what the low is. The low is 293.58, and the Fibonacci level is at 293.50. So yeah, I don't know. It's on watch. We'll see if it turns into something. Usually, when something ramps up like this and then it pulls all the way back this far down, usually that means there's just nothing there. Usually that means it's kind of a meh. There might be a run up in there somewhere during the day, but it's something that you got to stay on top of. It's going to take all your attention to make sure that you're watching it to be there for the move up and blah blah. Just not interested. Not something that really is attractive to me. Let's see, 8:55 in the morning. Okay, now let's take a look at the broader market. Let's see what's going on with the SPY. The SPY opened up right now. It opened up down 0.41% from yesterday's close. Pretty good couple of days on Friday let's see what's this. This is the 12th. That's Thursday, and then Monday. those are bullish days, definitely. That's buying. That's solid buying. It's interesting that the VIX though has decided to stay high here. I figured by the time, oh look at this, one. By the time the SPY was at 446 or over 445, I figured the VIX would be solidly, at the support line right here. So I'm going to put an alarm on, just in case we get a run up today. I'm going to put an alarm at 18.21 on the VIX. If it starts hitting this line right here, I want to pay attention to the SPY. The Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin is still doing its thing here. It popped up over top of 42,000 and is holding over 42,000. Let's see, right now, yeah, it looks like we're about halfway into this breakup candle here, a little bit less than halfway up this breakup candle. This to me looks like just more consolidation for the next move up. So I don't know how long that'll take, but Bitcoin's bullish. So trade accordingly. Get over here, get rid of this. Where were the, yeah, it's right here. Yeah, there we go. All right. And yeah, that's all I have on to watch. It's August. It's a slow time of the year, So if you're trading, just hang in there, Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell. I will see you at the recap. I am out.